Hey guys, welcome back to the F1 Lounge podcast with your host, your boy Greg YBG here on the studio mic, actually in his bedroom. We're gonna be talking about some F1, seeing how we're named F1 Lounge, and yes, nope. On today's Tuesday, on Sunday was Monaco. Was actually a banger of a race. I would argue the best race of the season so far. Seeing how for the last 30 minutes the leaders were all within like 5 seconds of each other, I said it's a pretty great race. After everyone and their mom expected it to be the most dull race on Twitter, but then we have an amazing race and everyone on Twitter's crying. Man, the salty Verstappen fan. Speaking of Verstappen, Josh Verstappen recently said, like today, that he was upset at Red Bull because they were favoring Sergio Perez over his lovely Max Verstappen. Which now I just feel bad for Max. Because, Max has been getting favored left, right, and center. He got favored last weekend in Spain. Checo definitely should have won that race. And he should be, in the championship league. It's insane. Leclerc freaking finally finishes a race in Monaco. Good for him. Except he got screwed over by Alex Albon, ignoring 17 blue flags and not getting investigated for it, by the way. Just no penalty. Nothing. Just ignored blue flags. And Latifi hulls up signs. Just what's going on here? It's insane. And Ferrari have a masterclass of being somehow Carlos, I don't even know how it happened. Somehow Carlos got into the pits before Leclerc. I don't remember exactly how it happened, but Carlos got into the pits before Leclerc, and then Leclerc had a double stack, lost 5 seconds there. Leclerc wins this race. If he, one, doesn't get double stacked, and two, Albon doesn't hold him up by 3 seconds. It's insane. As a Ferrari fan, it was very hard. It was okay, though. We're still in this thing. Baku's coming up in 2 weeks, but I don't have a good feeling about Ferrari. I don't know how Leclerc got pole in Baku last year. You saw in the opening laps last year. He just was pass. I actually have a hot take. I think Mercedes are going to be extremely well in Baku. I think Hamilton wins Baku. And I don't know what else. Well, Leclerc could get second for all I know, but I think Hamilton wins in Baku. I think Russell has a stinker, or relative stinker. I think he's like a P7. But I think Hamilton wins. I think the Mercedes are going to be super slippy. And I think they win. I don't know why. I just have a feeling. It's a gut feeling. There is nothing to base this on. Mercedes has not been great at Baku. Historically not been great. They've been good, but compared to other circuits, like Monaco, they haven't been historically great. They've been good. So, if I had to put money on anyone, I would definitely put on Hamilton to win. And speaking of it, Sergio Perez got extended today, which is, I don't know if it's a coincidence. I feel like it would take longer than a day to extend his contract, but there's no silly season for Perez. Got extended right after he won his first race this year. He won Baku actually last year, but that was because Max was tired, decided he didn't want to cooperate anymore. And that could be an issue. I didn't even think about that. But if I bet they're going to go super hard on the tires, like C5 again, C5, 4, and 3 again, because of what happened last year. But I don't know, because they're different tire compound, so it might be different. But standings-wise, it's beginning to get concerning that that Red Bull is so much faster than Ferrari. Because now, let's see, driver standings. Verstappen now leads Leclerc by 9. Perez is only 6 points behind Leclerc, which is insane. Russell's ahead of Sainz, which is insane. Hamilton's miles away. And I'm afraid Mercedes is still 60 points behind us. I'm afraid of Mercedes. McLaren's in the mud. Alfa Romeo is 5th. That's actually insane. Alfa Romeo being 5th is insane. They could low-key. They're only 18 points behind McLaren. Kind of insane. I don't know what's going on with Gasly either. How many points does Gasly have this year? Gasly has 6 points. And we've had, what, 7 races? That's nuts. Gasly's 4. What is. There's been something going on with Gasly. He's been bad this year. Like, I would think Albon's been performing. Albon only has 3 points, and he's in a Williams. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. Ocon having 30 points. And Alonso only having 10. Also crazy, because Alonso's been better than him. But, yeah. Silly season is coming up on us soon. And Gasly, if I had to say anything, Gasly probably stays home. Stays at AlphaTauri, I think. I mean, where is he going to go? Let me think. I mean, if Lewis retires, which at this point, I don't think that's at all likely. Maybe he goes to Mercedes, McLaren, no, Alpha. I'm pretty sure they signed Joe to a 2-year deal. Alpine, if Fernando leaves, then they're going to sign, what's his name? The freaking kid. Can't think of his, Piastri. There it is. They'll sign Piastri if Fernando retires or something. I mean, he could go to Haas, because I'm pretty sure Mick's contract is over, because he only got a 1-year extension. But where would Mick go? Aston Martin, maybe? I feel like, I don't know what I do if I'm Gasly. Do I sign a 1-year deal and hope that Ricardo leaves next year? They don't extend him and he goes to McLaren. Norris and Gasly would be pretty good. But yeah. Let's talk about a driver. His name is Daniel Ricciardo. How many points does he have this year? He has 11 points. Yuki Tsunoda also has 11 points. This is an awful season. What is Lando has 48 points. I mean, Ricardo, besides Monza, he's been awful. It's like truly awful. I don't know what's going on. I don't understand. Because when he was, it's not like it's a midfield thing. He was a midfield team with Renault, and he was amazing with Renault. Like, I would say top 5 driver with Renault. And now he's with McLaren, who seem to have it all going, have a great system around him, and something's off. He's just not, he seems to have been off. I was on TikTok, and it was like, someone was saying, oh, Ricardo's underrated, because people are just upset. It's what happens with Hamilton. He has a couple bad like a little bad stretch. It's not a little bad stretch for Ricardo. It's a bad stretch. Had 2 years. Since he's been in McLaren, he's been bad except one race. Like, he hasn't been like I love Ricardo. This is like not a Ricardo slander thing. This is Ricardo, please get better, because everyone wants to see you succeed. Lance Stroll and Latifi should be out of the freaking F1 this year. Stroll's been awful. Latifi's been awful. And, like, they don't even have any excuses anymore. Stroll has 2 points. Latifi has none. And, like, Stroll and Latifi, every time they crash, they're like, I don't know what happened. They've run out of excuses at this point. And there's rumors that Lawrence Stroll is out. But it's not like, if Lawrence Stroll's out, there's no way Aston retaining him. There's no way. But, going back to Monaco, I don't think you have to change anything with Monaco. I'm severely concerned that Monaco leaves, because I'm pretty sure the thing is that F1 wants Monaco to pay them money. Monaco doesn't want to do that. Like Monaco just doesn't want to do that. They just don't want to do that. They don't want to pay. Yeah. So I read this article, and it's just basically the announcers were talking about it. It's nothing official. And like the talking was Brundle saying with Miami and Vegas that Monaco might be in trouble. I agree with that. I would like Monaco. Monaco's a good shout. It's a good track. It's fucking awful to play on freaking F1 2021 though. I hate it, especially with a pad. Freaking dreadful. It's the worst circuit. I hate it because it's so tight, and I fucking suck. Not really, but I suck on pad, and especially with pad. It's just so awful. And you make a tiny mistake, you're into the wall. It's very claustrophobic. I feel claustrophobic driving Monaco. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. I feel claustrophobic. And the AI are freaking flat out everywhere because they're perfect. Speaking of which, if you check out my YouTube channel at YBG, plug. When July comes around, July 1st, when, actually, I'm taking vacation from my job July 3rd to the July 10th. So during that time, I'll be making F1 YouTube videos. Whether I upload those videos, to be determined. Because I love to have great ideas for YouTube videos and don't post them. So, no promises. But looking forward. We got Baku, Canada, which is always great. Britain, which is when F1's releasing. Austria. Oh, we have France still. Oh my God, that's gonna be terrible. Why do we still have France? I would drop France. I love actually driving France. It's a good track to drive. It's so boring though. Maybe they'll change this year. Even last year, France was awful. I also hated it because Ferrari were in the freaking mud. Canada. It's had some great races. People talk about 2011, I think it was, when the World Champions thing happened. But honestly, 2014 was amazing. It was better, in my opinion, because that's the race where Hamilton had a DNF. Rosberg was struggling, got overtaken by Ricardo. It was Ricardo's first win in Formula One. It was great. There was a last lap crash between Massa and Perez. I think it was Perez. Yeah, definitely was Perez. It was just so chaotic and so amazing. I loved it. And then yeah, I've been watching. I like to watch old races. So like for example, 2015, the best race was Britain. Cause it was such a great race. I'm pretty sure that race Nico DNF'd. Or it was 2014, but 2015 was also, I remember, a good British Grand Prix. And I've been working on some stuff. Gonna do like a review of the championship fight between Lewis and Nico from 2014 to 2016. Because I think it's interesting. See how they compared. So far, I would say Lewis is better, but Nico definitely has his days. And I think it's funny. If you watch, you've probably seen a clip on like Twitter or something where like Lewis, after he won his second championship at Mercedes in 2015 in Austin, he throws his hat at Nico, and Nico like throws it back, and he's like pissed. Nico won like 7 races after that, including that year. He won the last 3 races, then he won the first 4 races of 2016, and like Lewis was in shambles. And then Nico did Nico things, and the lead got down. I'm currently on, actually, Azerbaijan, just interesting. It's called the European Grand Prix, but I call it Azerbaijan, because who wants to name it European Grand Prix? Such a lazy name. So glad Liberty took over F1. Like I'm pretty sure 2016 British Grand Prix, they were like, half the race, they were talking about how F1's dying. And like people weren't happy with F1. Like it was a dying sport. Like in America, what baseball is right now, like where it's dying, not because it's not interesting, but because the people who run it don't know what they're doing. Like that's what F1 was. Like you couldn't have personality. And even now, like I can't believe the F1 with their stupid jewelry thing. I am no Lewis Hamilton defender. Don't think he's the best of all time. I think Senna's the best of all time. In my personal opinion. But not letting him wear jewelry and citing it for safety reasons, that's bullshit, man. Come on, man. Stop that. That's ridiculous. Banning him because he's wearing jewelry? Come on, man. Stop. ridiculous. This is pre-Liberty type stuff. Like like Lewis would try to like show his personality with like using his phone, using Snapchat on the grid, and then I think whoever was running F1, they banned cell phones on the grid. I was like, what? Yeah, we're just banning them. What do you mean you're banning? But it was a safety hazard. Safety? What? Stupid. Stupid. But yeah, I like watching some old races. I definitely think 2020 is one of the best seasons. It's better than 2014 and 15 already. 16 seems pretty good. I still think 2020 is just better, simply. Because Verstappen and Hamilton were always at the front together. Like, there's been races and races where Nico and Hamilton just weren't there. Like in Azerbaijan, Hamilton qualified 10th. Nico first. It's like, what? Especially because Mercedes were OP. They were just so much better. The only reason that they didn't dominate everything is because Mercedes lended out their engine to other people. I'm telling you, if Williams never had the Mercedes engine, those from 2014 to 2016, those 3 years, they would have never won shit. They would have never got podiums and poles and shit. They would have never done anything without the Mercedes engine. The Mercedes engine was so powerful. Like, Force India is competing with Hamilton because they have a Mercedes engine at Baku. Like, the engine is so crucial. It's ridiculous. But yeah. I'm excited for Baku. Baku is genuinely one of the better tracks. It generates a lot of excitement, a lot of shock results. Lance Stroll, among others. Vettel last year. I still count Vettel. Vettel finished second last year. Don't care. Can't change my mind. Can't change it. It was Azerbaijan where he finished. We're supposed to finish second, and then he got disqualified, right? I hope I'm not like talking out my butt. Oh, was it France? Was it Hungary? Yeah, it was Hungary where we were disqualified. Oh, so he did finish second in Azerbaijan last year. Don't think that freaking boat of an Aston has a shot. And Gasly finished third. Let's go through some results of the Azerbaijan. Last year, Perez won, Vettel second, Gasly third, Leclerc fourth. That's actually solid. Norris fifth. Okay. Alonso sixth. Sonoda seventh. That's pretty good. Sainz eighth. Ricardo ninth. Kimi 10th. Love you, Kimi. Bottas in the Mercedes. I remember that. He was down there. Hamilton with the turn one incident. 2020. Was there no Azerbaijan? So 2020, I don't think there was Azerbaijan. 2019, we had Bottas winning, Hamilton, Vettel, Verstappen, Leclerc 5th, Perez 6th with a racing point. That's pretty good. Sainz in 7th, Norris in 8th, Stroll 9th, Kimi 10th. Any like shockers? Ricardo DNF that race. 18. Hamilton, Kimi second. That's pretty good. Perez third. Perez seems to go good here. Interesting. Vettel, Sainz, Leclerc, Alonso, Stroll, Stoffel, Van Dorn got points here, and Brendan Hartley. This is insane. And then last year we do was 2017. Ricardo won, Bottas, Stroll, Vettel. I wasn't 18 the year where the two Red Bulls died. It is. 17. 17. Vettel. Hamilton was 5th. Okay. Ocon. Magnussen, Sainz, Alonso. Sergio retired? Yeah, I did. So, like, usually a lot of DNFs. Seems like there's usually a lot. Oh my goodness, yes. Well, that was because of the 2 Red Bulls as well. 2019. There was a couple last year. There's a couple, so there's usually a few DNFs. So, yeah. I expect a chaotic race. And now that I've seen this, I expect Perez to be on the podium. And Max doesn't seem to go too well here. Has bad luck. So I'm gonna say my podium for this race. First place, Lewis Hamilton. I think he just gets it. I think he's really hungry. I think the Mercedes is slippy. I think Lewis wins. I think Sergio Perez comes second. I think Charles Leclerc comes third. It's 2 top 5. Let's go risky. Fourth. Let's go with some controversy. 4th place is Fernando Alonso. 5th place, Pierre Gasly. Here we go. There's some spice there. Lewis Hamilton first. Checo second. Leclerc third. Ah! Try it again. Let's go some controversy here. Hamilton first. 2nd place, Checo Perez. 3rd place, Charles Leclerc. 4th place, Fernando Alonso. 5th place, Pierre Gasly. I think that's what I'll go for a Baku prediction. So yeah, I think that's what I'll go with. I'm excited. Can't wait. I know this is a short episode, but it's like an introduction. Just trying to get used to podcasting, or if I ever want to do this, or if there's ever sees a daylight. But see how this goes. Continue to grow. I'll do one until F1 2022 gets back up started. I'll do like, I don't even know what my plan is for F1 22. If I'm like gonna go talk about it, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. You think I know what I'm doing? I'm just talking. If you're listening, you just listen to me talk on my computer. I'm just talking. Talk. I'll figure something out. But you'll see me, or hear me after Baku, or if I have, or something happens. Something big happens, I'll talk about it. But yeah. See you guys later. You want to reach me on Twitter? At YBG_06. And talk to you later. Forza Ferrari.